Oklahoma family is waiting for answers, unsure when they'll be able to see their father and husband again. Ryan Watson was celebrating his 40th birthday in Turks and Caicos when he was detained at the airport for having ammunition, violating a relatively new law there that comes with a 12-year mandatory minimum sentence.
When traveling, especially by air to a foreign country, check your luggage thoroughly. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel, like content, and what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything's appreciated. And to my Connecticut residents planning to get your Connecticut pistol permit, please get that training done before July 1st, 2024. I'll go further and say you should turn your paperwork in before that time also. If you don't, the training is going to modify itself to be definitely a lot longer. But if you have your permit, watch the expiration date. Don't let it expire. There's a link to the online renewal portal for the state of Connecticut for permits in the description box. Keep an eye on that. Let's talk about this. And this is technically a developing story. And the framework for it is that an Oklahoma man went to Turks and Caicos, which is basically a British territory, for his 40th birthday with other couples. While leaving, it was discovered that he had 4 rounds of ammunition in his luggage. Now, under a new law that they just passed in the country, ammunition or guns found in your possession is a mandatory 12-year sentence. Now this man is being held in Turks and Caicos, awaiting trial. Now, I want to give you some more information. Let's go ahead and watch this.
NBC's Sam Brock spoke with Watson and another family going through the same thing.
It was the 40th birthday celebration for Ryan Watson, celebrated with his wife Valerie and 2 other couples that went from bliss to torture in an instant.
To not be with my kids, to not be home with Valerie right now it's the most awful thing that I have ever lived through at this point.
I don't know what's in store for Ryan. I don't know what's going to happen with our kids.
The chain of events started by what Watson says was a simple mistake on a trip to Turks and Caicos 2 weeks ago, not realizing his duffel bag contained deer hunting bullets from a trip months earlier.
I never recall putting that ammunition in that bag, but somehow they ended up in there.
The Turks and Caicos government tightened its laws in 2022 around firearms and ammunition with a mandatory term of imprisonment of not less than 12 years. Last September, the Bahamian embassy and U.S. governments issued warnings to travelers, but the Watsons say they were unaware.
I had never, ever intended to bring any type of ammunition into this country.
NBC Boston first broke the story of the couple's detention as their 7- and 9-year-old kids waited for them in Oklahoma City.
I was like, we can't both be in prison for 12 years. We have kids at home.
Valerie was released and reunited with her kids, but Ryan can't leave the island.
Heard that and you saw that. Of course, as I said in the beginning, when you are traveling, especially by air, especially to a foreign country, check your luggage thoroughly. What I do is any bags or suitcases I'm going to carry, I empty out 100% before I pack. 100%. I check every single pocket before I put anything in it to then travel with. Now, I could say this, this guy's not a threat. It was, he didn't have a firearm with him. He just had 4 rounds of ammunition that he said he did. Wasn't sure how it got there, but he did go on a deer hunting trip. And obviously, he just wasn't paying attention and completely missed the ammunition that was already present in the bag that he was taking with him. So he's being held there, as you heard. And this is not the first time this has happened.
Another American, Brian Hagerich, is also being detained there and awaiting trial. The Pennsylvania father of 2 was arrested in February when authorities also found hunting bullets he said he didn't know were in his bag.
This has happened to enough individuals already, and we certainly don't want to see this happen to anybody else.
Turks and Caicos officials say 8 firearms and ammunition prosecutions have involved U.S. tourists since the law went into effect. That includes this Indiana man who received a shorter 8-month sentence for exceptional circumstances.
Now, there's an awful lot here to unpack. I am of the opinion that when you go to a foreign country, you are held to that country's laws and its standards. So I'm not going to turn on the government of the island and blame them because they're doing what they do. But it's interesting to see a lot of people, if you go through the comment sections in a lot of these videos, you'll see people saying, well, the law's the law. You should have known better. Yeah, but at the same time, I remember a certain WNBA star who was being held in Russia because she brought marijuana, basically essence, with her in her luggage. And people were screaming that she's a political prisoner and the Russian government had no right to hold her. So you can't have it both ways. Now, I wish these guys the best of luck. I'm hoping that the attention that the story is getting will maybe have the government say, you know what, you screwed up. Here's your fine. Pay attention. Don't do that crap again, as we're going to come down to you. I have no problem with that. But 12 years for that, well, that's how they do things, but that's a bit crazy to me. Because you got people doing all kinds of nonsense that don't get 12 years here. But once again, you can't question the laws of another country. But questions have now come up because the one man flew out of Oklahoma, another man flew out of Pittsburgh, and the TSA missed the ammunition in both their cases, and that has now caused a lot of concern.
One of the big questions in this situation is how their luggage got through TSA security stateside without the ammunition being detected. Watson flew out of Oklahoma City. Hagerich left from Pittsburgh.
I certainly do wish it was found in Pittsburgh. Obviously, I think it'd hopefully be a little bit different scenario right now.
That bag went through the scanner. Nothing was flagged or detected.
I have no idea how it didn't get flagged, how it didn't come up on their screen.
Today, the Transportation Security Administration told NBC Boston they are aware of an incident in Turks and Caicos involving a U.S. citizen, and they are conducting a review at OKC, which was the originating airport. In April, TSA issued a release saying it screened more than 206 million passengers and intercepted more than 1,500 firearms at airport checkpoints nationwide during the first quarter of this year. Carrying ammunition through security carries a $390 to $2,250 fine.
It's interesting that they didn't see this ammunition in a scan, physical check. They never saw it. And I'm sure that if they have found the ammunition in the United States, yes, the punishment's there, but it's not as severe. But once again, when you're traveling, learn the laws of the country you're going to and check your luggage thoroughly. Like I said, empty out your bags 100% before you pack. So I wish both these gentlemen the best of luck in their cases. One person's case is coming up in May, and I'm not sure about the second person, the guy from Oklahoma, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm not going to get into this whole boycotting thing because, once again, that's a sovereign nation. It's England. You shouldn't, England's anti-gun. You got to cover your bases. But I wish them the best, and hopefully it'll come out positive for all involved. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.